How's it going, guys? I'm a little sick right now, so I don't sound like myself. Got the stuffy nose, blowing my nose, um, sore throat, and all that great stuff. Started yesterday while I was out in the straw field, so that was nice. But I hadn't posted in a while because I just flat ain't have time, had time to post. Um, it just I hadn't got home before 10 o'clock since I can remember. The only reason I came home tonight was basically because I don't feel good. So I had some lime that needed to be spread this evening, but I ended up, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I didn't want the lime to get wet, but I just ended up covering it up with a tarp so it wouldn't get wet and just went home. But anyway, this video. I've had it made ever since the next day after I mowed that last video where I mowed hay with the Massey Ferguson. This is that next day after that. So, hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit long-winded, but maybe you can make it through it. If not, well, we'll see you on the next one then. Talk to y'all later.
Well, here we are. We're tedding the hay that I mowed last night. I got done mowing last night at about 11 o'clock, and then I was wanting to leave the tractor here, but I couldn't find anybody to give me a ride at 11 o'clock last night. So, my wife would have done it, but our little boy was asleep, so she didn't want to have to. She couldn't leave him at home by himself, and she wasn't going to get him up. So I just drove the tractor. I just drove it back home, and I brought the hay rake back with me because it's 2-point hitch. It hooks to the lift arms. So I brought it back with me, and I dropped it off, and then I got somebody to come get me, and I brought my pickup back with the hay tedder. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm running the hay tedder. This is the field that I was mowing where it was after dark last night, and y'all couldn't see it very well, but this field is the flattest, smoothest field that I do. There is one little gully right here in the middle that I just went through, but it's not bad at all. I mean, not bad at all. If all my fields were as good as this one, life would be much, much easier. I will tell you that. I could get a lot more hay up and a lot more hay done. I need about a 100-acre field that's as smooth and flat as this field, and life would be much easier. But, you know, it just doesn't happen where I live. I live in the mountains, and everything I got is up and down hills. Most all the land around here is up and down hills, and it's rough. All the good land that's around here is already being farmed by, my grandpa had a lot of the good land that was up here on this mountain, but my uncle's farming it now, and they're using, he is farming it, but he's actually farming it for a dairy. A dairy's leasing a lot of his land. Big dairy up here. It's milking about 700 head of cattle, and they're using probably 80% of the land that my grandpa farmed and my grandpa owned when he was a dairy. So I'm farming just a little bit of what we used to farm, but not much. My uncle is farming, he's farming the rest of whatever that dairy isn't farming. He's using the rest for hay for his beef cattle operation. So, but he works for that dairy also he uses his equipment and gets up hay and helps them get up cut silage and all kinds of stuff for that dairy, and I'm sure they pay him to do that since he uses a lot of his equipment and his time. But most of the land that I have is stuff that people don't want, or stuff that somebody might move in. Like this other field I got over here, somebody moved in from out of town, bought a piece of property, and it was a hay field years and years ago. It actually belonged to my father-in-law at one time, and they got up hay on it. He always tells me stories about them getting up hay on it when he was a kid, which he still does a lot of hay because he has quite a bit of cows also. But there was several other people that done that field since my father-in-law owned it. These people bought it, and they had people come in there and do the hay on it. They do it a little while, and then they just quit coming back. And the problem was it was rough and it's steep. Nobody wants a rough and a steep hay field, except for me, of course. So I take what people would give me, and yes, they like that field, they just gave it to me just to keep it maintained. And this particular field here, I give the guy that owns it 15 round bales, and I keep his horse pasture bush hog. But this field's worth it. It's a nice field. The other field over there that I was doing last night that was so steep, the one I'm talking about, that they gave it to me, and I go over there, and I'm just getting started in hay, and I mow it, and I hit some rocks, and I tear up my mower, and it's close to 10 acres over there. It's not quite 10 acres, and I get 15 4x5 round bales off of it. It's poor ground, and I'm just getting started, and it's you know how it is when you're trying to get started. You take anything you can get. So I start working on it slowly. Over the years, I have taken a backhoe over there, and I dug out rocks as big as this tractor. It seemed like it's rocks I couldn't even pick up hardly with the backhoe, and some of them I could not dig out, and so I put the hydraulic breaker on the backhoe. We got a backhoe that's got we can put a hydraulic hammer on. I go over there and I hammer the rock down. I dug out around it with another backhoe. It took two backhoes at once, one with a hammer and one without a hammer. I dug around it, and I took a hammer and I beat them rocks down as far as I could under the ground, and covered them back up with topsoil and seeded over them, and filled in groundhog holes and filled in holes, cleaned out a fence row. There was some clumps of trees that I cleaned out. As a matter of fact, I got a video where I took a cat backhoe and I dug some stumps out of that field, and that was pretty recently, but that was where the people that owned it were clearing a little more land to make the field bigger, and I went over there and dug out some stumps and reseeded it. But this was 7-8 years ago that I was cleaning this field up, but I couldn't do anything about how steep it is, but I got rid of all the rocks. There was some locust trees just randomly out in the field. I pulled those things up, and I just cleaned it up. I started putting lime on it, started fertilizing it, and now I've got it turning off pretty good. I can get, a lot of times I'll square bale half that field and then I'll round bale the other half, and I can get like 25 to 30 round bales off of half of it now, and I can't remember, like 600 or 700 square bales on the other side. And you know, I've got it doing pretty good. And that's how, you know, a lot of my land is like that. A lot of the land I've got was pasture fields and rough land that nobody else wants. And I just take a backhoe and dig out the rocks, straighten it up the best I can, and start putting the fertilizer to it, get some hay growing on it. And I've got pretty good hay now. I mean, when I started, my hay was subpar at best. You know, what it was not, it wasn't that great of hay, but, you know, I sold it and got along, and now, you know, I'm doing a whole lot better. I'm up to 100 acres, which is about all I want, really. I mean, I know there's lots of people out there that do a whole lot more than 100 acres, but I got a full-time job and I do other jobs besides of that. I got a firewood business, and I've got to keep cutting firewood even during the summertime to keep ahead and keep wood seasoned ahead of time. You know, 100 acres is about right for me, I think. And you know, I'm happy at this. I make enough off of it to pay for my fertilizer and make tractor payments, and, you know, I'm not making no killing, but I'm making enough to survive. And with my other jobs, I make it just fine. But I don't. A lot of people, or not a lot of people, but a few people are like, well, why don't you get a self-propelled mower, or you know, one of those, like what Lonely Farmer's got, you know, like the big John Deere W235, and he's got the case WD, whatever it is. That's not practical for 100 acres. I just tell you, you can't spend $200,000 on a machine to mow hay with, and that's all it can do is mow hay. You can't spend $200,000 on it doing 100 acres of hay. It's just not practical. I have to be very practical for what I'm doing. I have to use what I have to do as much as possible. In other words, I need to take this tractor and be able to mow with it, bale with it, get up the hay with it, and do everything I can with it to save money. I can't have a machine for each little job. I need one machine that can do lots of jobs, you know, even into my other realm of work, like driveway repair and just whatever I needed to do. You know, I can't justify $200,000 machine that will just mow hay. It just not going to happen in my. It'll never happen for me. I don't know that I'll ever get any bigger than what I am. You know, I might get a little bigger, but the problem with getting bigger and trying to do it yourself is I'm gonna put you back here where you can watch. The problem with getting bigger and trying to do it yourself is the problem I'm having this year is you can't do but so much hay by yourself in 4 days. So, especially when you're getting into square baling. Round baling, you can do quite a bit, but in 4 days with one man, 4-day stretch of good weather, because that's about all we'll ever get at a time is 4 days. Occasionally we'll get 5 or 6 days, but that's rare. 50 acres is about all that I can stand to do by myself, and that's round baling a lot of that. Square baling, you'll kill yourself trying to do 50 acres by yourself. Now, I'm not saying, you know, my wife does help me, But she just helps me bale, square bale, and she doesn't help me do anything else. Well, I can't say that. She has helped me haul some square bales and move them, and she helps shuttle me around, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care to run a tedder. She doesn't care to run the hay rake, and she absolutely will not run a round baler. And because she doesn't, she's afraid that the bales will roll off, and they will. The bales will roll off if you're not really careful where you put them. And there is some liability issues with that. I'm sure. I'm sure anybody at round bales knows what I'm talking about. But you know, and she's good help, but for the most part I got to do all this myself, and she can't always help me. Sometimes she's already got other obligations, so I have to think about what I can do by myself in the amount of time I have. And I can do about 50 acres in 4 days, and that's if they're all close together. If the fields get far apart, like these two fields here are way away from the other fields, I can't include these in with those fields and expect to travel back and forth between these fields and those fields and get them done. So, anyway, that's why I don't really want to get any bigger than I am, because what happens is, like I was saying, what's happened this year is, here it is, June the 28th. This hay should have been cut at the beginning of June. It's getting ripe. It's not the best. It's not as high quality hay as it could have been. So I'm just now getting to it because of doing all the other hay. Now, you know, if I could have gotten to it sooner, it would have been a whole lot better quality hay. But it just wasn't possible. So if I had more hay than this, it would be up into July before I could get to it, and then it would be even worse than this hay. I'm not saying this hay's bad, but it's not as good as it could have been. I'm going to go through a gate here. So, that's why it's not really feasible for me to go up in acreage or try to grow anymore, because I just can't possibly get all of it done in the amount of time it needs to be done to make quality hay. And that's my whole goal, is to make the best hay that I can, because I don't have any cows to feed it to. I almost said I didn't have any cows to sell it to. I don't have any cows to feed it to, so I can't feed my poor hay to my own animals and sell the good hay. I have to sell it all. So I need as good a hay as possible. This hay has got a little bit of brown tint to it because it's ripe. It hadn't been rained on or anything. It is ripe. It's still going to get square bales though, because I need a lot of square bales, and I know it won't be an issue because I have square baled this lake before, and I still sold them, and they bought them, and the hay was fine. It just, I like for it to be as good as possible, and well, it could have been better. Just couldn't get it all done in time. Alright, well, I'm going to finish steading this hay, and then I'm going to go back over to the other field that I started on last night mowing, and I'm going to kick that out. It's about 7 o'clock this evening. The wife's going to bring some supper out to the field here in just a little bit. We're going to have a little picnic. Me and the wife and the little boy. So I'm looking forward to that. That ought to be getting here any minute. So thanks for riding along this evening. Hope I didn't bore you to death talking your ears off. But we'll talk to y'all later.